Hey everybody. I posted something earlier today, a little video about some children befriending strangers. It's a beautiful little film, and I posted a comment with it that said, "Never underestimate the impact of kindness." And it got me thinking about something that happened to me when I was a kid that's stayed with me, and it's a Christmas story. So I thought I'd share it with you today. In 1980, I was 8 years old. I was a second grader. And my teacher in second grade was a woman named Mrs. Smith, who was young. She had a little boy of about, I think, 2 or 3 years old. She was so sweet, very nice woman. And I definitely remember her, above all the other teachers I had in primary school, as the one who was kind and had a great sense of humor. So she was a really special teacher for me when I was a little boy. So at 8 years old, it was Christmas time. And I noticed that most of the kids were, well, all the kids pretty much, were bringing in gift-wrapped Christmas presents from Mrs. Smith. In my family, we did not have money, and I had no budget for Christmas presents for my teachers. So I didn't know what to do, but the last thing I wanted is for the lovely Mrs. Smith to think that I wasn't fond of her, or that I didn't care about her Christmas. So I didn't know what to do. And I remember searching around looking for something that I could give her. And ultimately, I couldn't find anything. And on the way to school, I remember spotting a pine cone lying on the ground. And this pine cone just looked like the perfect pine cone. It was perfectly formed, symmetrical, a beautiful little thing. So I picked it up and I took it home and I got out my colored markers, and every one of the little petals of the pine cone I colored a different color. And then I found a piece of notebook paper, and I used my colored markers to try to turn it into Christmas wrapping paper. I wrapped it all up, taped it. It must have looked a real sight. And I took it to school with me. And I put it under the little tree Mrs. Smith had in the room. I didn't want to hand it to her in person because I was embarrassed. I knew that what I was giving her was junk. But I just couldn't bear being the only one in class not to give her a Christmas present. So, school broke for the holidays, went home, didn't really think much more of it. But when I came back to school, Mrs. Smith approached me straight away and said, "Bart, can I talk to you for a minute?" So she took me aside and she said, "I just wanted to thank you, Bart, for the Christmas present you gave me." And I said, oh, you're welcome. Embarrassed. And she said, "My little boy and I, we took it, the pine cone you gave me, and we rolled it in peanut butter. And then we rolled it again in birdseed. And I attached a string to it. I hung it up outside our dining room window. And all through the Christmas holiday, we were able to watch the birds come and feed off of the bird feeder you gave us. So I wanted to thank you. It was a wonderful present." And my little heart, I was thrilled. I was so excited. I can't tell you. And here I am 36 years later, and I remember it like it happened yesterday. I think it was a formative moment for me. It was influential and part of making me who I am today. So the moral of the story is, never underestimate the impact of kindness. A Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Thanks for listening.